Happy Halloween from Bloodbath and Beyond. Today we review Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Written and directed by Rob Zombie, starring Malcolm McDowell, Daeg Faerch, Tyler Mane, Brad Dourif, Danielle Harris, Kristina Klebe, and Scout Taylor-Compton. Halloween is about Michael Myers, who goes on a killing spree as a kid. He's institutionalized for 17 years and then escapes. And he's headed back to Haddonfield to find his baby sister.
So what did we like?
I'm going to address the big elephant in the room. The main reason why people dislike Rob Zombie's Halloween is because he focuses on Michael Myers as a kid. I happen to really like that aspect. I can understand that the charm of Michael Myers is not knowing his motives, but it's also nice to see a different take on it because he was brutal, and I think Daeg Faerch did a great job portraying Michael as a kid.
I personally enjoyed the fact that we got to have a stronger connection with Michael and Dr. Loomis because we're seeing that bond and how Dr. Loomis can understand what's going on in the mind of Michael Myers.
Or at least try.
And then to really explain how like he really was obsessed with masks, and then to ultimately put on the Myers mask was pretty awesome.
And I liked the Myers mask. Like Michael Myers mask in this one looked weathered, it looked creepy, and I mean over time it's grown to just be this disgusting, gritty look. And I loved it.
Tyler Mane as Michael Myers was probably the best casting choice that Rob Zombie could have done because he is just a beast in himself. Like if you want to talk about playing the Shape, this guy is believable when he wants to just like choke you, slam you against the wall. He can do all this stuff.
I really enjoyed Rob Zombie's take of actually stalking Laurie. So in John Carpenter's Halloween, we get Jamie Lee Curtis being stalked in a car. Now in Rob Zombie's version, we get Scout Taylor-Compton actually being stalked by Michael, and she can actually see him.
What's interesting is, yeah, they flipped the camera to his perspective at the same time, which never happened in John Carpenter's Halloween. So you're like, wait, no, this guy is there. I thought Scout did a great job playing Laurie because, I mean, it's a tough act to follow. Jamie Lee Curtis, the most beloved Scream Queen of all time. It must be so hard to try and follow in those footsteps. And I thought she did a killer job. All of her interactions with her friends, especially Danielle Harris when they're kind of palling around, seemed like they were best buds. All of the cast seemed to interact well with each other. You would assume that they were friends in real life. And I thought the acting in general was fantastic.
Especially Malcolm McDowell. I felt him as Dr. Loomis, it's like he knew Michael and you could see it in the emotion and how his eyes were just looking at him. Like it was differently than he was looking at someone else. I felt Rob Zombie nailed the mood of this film with all the different shot types he used and the different camera techniques. He had a lot of great depth of field that was distancing the characters. He used a lot of POV shots, but most importantly was the lighting. I felt the lighting really set the mood.
Some of the shots that I loved were when Loomis was talking to young Michael. There's a shot where we have them across from each other at the table, and it's a wide shot, and you can see how distant they are. In another shot, we'll have them talking at a closer table. There's like a beam right in between them, like it's a separation, and there's tons of little things like this that are just genius on Rob Zombie's part.
I really enjoyed that Rob Zombie took careful attention on which shot type he used for which character. When he wanted to focus on Michael, I noticed that it was very steady and the camera didn't move too quickly. But when you want to focus more on the person he was killing or different characters when they were running scared, the shot type was way more panicked and it was really interesting. Now what didn't we like?
To me, the stalking is something I didn't like in this one. In John Carpenter's, it was more creepy not getting to see Michael all the time. It took away from the thrilling suspense of if he's real or not.
My biggest dislike is some of the plot holes in the movie. The most glaring one being Michael Myers returning to the Myers house and finding the butcher knife and the Michael Myers mask in the attic under some floorboards. I'm almost certain, despite how strong this kid appeared, that he did not have time nor the mental stability to hide his things in the attic upstairs.
And the mask wasn't even his.
If he was gonna hide a mask, it would have been the clown mask that he had some kind of attachment to. Another huge continuity issue is Laurie's call from Annie Beckett's house to the cops, saying the cops should come here because like shit's going down. They leave the house immediately and go to the Doyles, yet the cops arrive at the Doyles' house. There's no way that they could have got there.
Or known.
Or known. I mean, nobody called anybody and said, go to the Doyles' house. Malcolm McDowell and Brad Dourif were headed to Laurie's house. So, Like, nobody should have ever gone to the Doyle's house. Yet, that's where all the cops ended up. There were just a staggering amount of continuity issues that creates this dislike.
My biggest dislike is the final confrontation between Laurie Strode and Michael Myers, because it goes on forever and ever and ever. They're in the basement, they're back outside in the pool, they in the cop car, bust out of the cop car, up to the attic, and then boom, over the balcony. Just like, it was cool seeing Michael just like demolish his house and show his pure power if he just busts through any wall he wants, but it was a little unnecessary.
They didn't need to go from the pool to anything else. It could have just been left there.
Yeah, like the cops should have came back and like, oh, there's Michael. Oh, he's gone now. Or something like that. Just like,
And it would have still been the same kind of homage to the original, and everybody would have been fine with it.
now it's time for our final thoughts and ratings.
Rob Zombie did a great job reinventing Michael Myers. When it comes to remakes, you can never expect it to be as good as the originals. So I go in and I'm just hoping for the best, and Rob Zombie did a fantastic job. I'm a big fan of House of a Thousand Corpses and Rob Zombie's other work because I like his style. I like his grittiness. I like his cinematography. You know, he nailed all of those aspects in this movie. And he also touched on something that was very unique to the series, which was playing with Michael Myers as a kid. And I think he did a great job filling in the gaps. I thought all of the acting was fantastic and all of the shot types were just great. I wish there was a little more steady cam work and less continuity issues, but overall, this was a great movie. So I'm gonna give this 4 me and Daeg's mutual hatred for candy corns out of 5.
I really enjoyed Rob Zombie's vision of Halloween. I loved John Carpenter's, and I thought it was original for the time, and it was a great film. And for Rob Zombie to take on such a project, I think he nailed it. He had the original style with a great new concept that modernized it and brought his own unique feel to it. We had cool kills and a lot of great on-screen kills in this film, and we had a great backstory to Michael Myers and Dr. Loomis. My only dislike is the fact that the tension wasn't there. There wasn't that creepy feel. We didn't have a lot of the jump scares that really got you more involved and engaged in John Carpenter's Halloween. But Rob Zombie's film was still great. So that being said, I'm gonna give this 4 bagel holes out of 5.
It wasn't John Carpenter, but it definitely was Rob Zombie. And I love that he added his twist to it, his real grunginess to it. I thought it was very well done. I love that he stuck with the original boogeyman feel, but he still kept in all his homages and kind of kept the exact same story. I like that he filled in the missing spots and gave us what like child Michael felt like. So already being a huge fan of Rob Zombie's work, I'm glad that he redid this and that it was very well done. So with all that said, I'm about to give this 4 The Many Masks of Michael Myers out of 5.
As always, thank you for watching. Like this video and comment below with your thoughts on Rob Zombie's Halloween. And if you're interested on these awesome black and orange special Halloween shirts, you can get them at rottenrags.com. Those guys are dope. Check them out. Links in the description. And they glow in the dark, which I wish I could show you, but we can't. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, stay updated with our reactions, reviews, and games of What Would You Do, and get ready for November to Remember, where we explore extreme cinema.